Hi, it's Carol again from the Hearst Family Kitchen. Here you are. And one of the things I wanted to talk to you about today is I found this nickel. Now, it's so grimy that you just wonder how on earth you can even tell it's a nickel. That's how bad it is. And there's this wonderful Shaklee product that I absolutely love, and everybody talks about it. And it's called Scour Off. It's a paste that's made out of raspberry oil and silica flour. And yes, and all you have to do is add a little water, and you can work it with your fingers to work up some stuff. And then what we're going to do is we're going to make this nickel look new again. So, okay, so I am going to now take the nickel and I am rubbing some of this Scour Off stuff on this nickel. And look, my finger's starting to look dirty. All right, so I'm going to get a little more of the Scour Off. And I like doing it with my finger instead of adding anything else, because you know that my finger is not like a scratchy pad working this stuff off, that it's actually the Scour Off itself that's working through to get that grime off. See the change? You see that little spot where there's a change? Well, I'm going to use a little bit more. Let's see if we can get half of this done. Now, at one time, this Scour Off stuff, it would be like, two things you need to clean your house. You need Scour Off and you need the Shaklee Basic H. And this Scour Off stuff, you know what poison control says? If your kid decides, that smells good, and they put some in their mouth, which does not taste good, guys. So they're not going to keep it in their mouth. They're going to say, ooh, yuck, because it'll be all scratchy. So anyway, so what poison control says is it's Shaklee. Don't worry about it. So, okay, here we go. Now you got a good picture of a little bit of what's come off so far. You can start to tell that it's working. All right. So, and oh, if you look at my fingers, they're getting pretty grimy with all of this stuff. And it's going to come out a nice shiny nickel when I get done. So, let me get a little more water. So it's a little Scour Off and a lot of water. Now, how would I use this around the house? Because obviously, we're not going to sit around and shine our nickels. We're going to spend them and get rid of them. So how I would use this is our oven door. The oven door, it gets stuff on it sometimes that we don't want there. Also, if you're one of those moms who is super busy and you start cooking dinner, and then a kid yells from the other room and you run in to rescue the situation, especially if you have more than one kid and you hear them all yelling, you're going to go in and figure out what's going on in there. I'm going to wipe this a little bit. And the pan gets really lots of burnt on food because you're not paying attention. I still have a little work around the edges. And it'll clean up your pan. So it'll clean up the pan, it'll clean up the oven door. If you have a toaster oven, it'll clean up your toaster oven, especially around the door and the glass and everything. If you wanted to, you could use it on a stainless steel piece of equipment as well, whether it be a pan or a stovetop and something burnt on, or you could use it on glass as well when something's really on there rough. It only takes a little bit because that silica flour is scratchy, so you just use a little bit and a lot of water. And you saw me dip the nickel in before, so I'm going to dip it in again in a minute because I'm getting this pretty good cleaned up so that we can see that head and Oh my, I have to remember which president is it, by the way. I don't even remember. Isn't that terrible? Okay, here we go. Here we go. There he is. He looks pretty good. Almost done. All right, so thank you for watching. Let me clean a nickel with Shaklee Scour Off. Bye. Oh, and if you like what you saw, click down below that and do a thumbs up for it, please. All right, and subscribe to my channel, Rooted in the Earth.